Meteorologist Dean Davis and the Weather Pros, liveweatherblogs.com. Sorry I haven't done these in a few days. I've actually been fighting a upper respiratory illness, and I have asthma, so it's not very fun. But happily, I'm just coughing a little bit now and not doing as bad as I was before. So let's go into the weather information. We're going to see overnight tonight. We will see some snow continue for Massachusetts. We'll also see some snow in the mountains of West Virginia. That will continue through to tomorrow morning. And then some lake effect snow up in the Syracuse area. So that moves away. We're going to stay pretty much looking pretty dry through the period time of Saturday. Then we're going to see something interesting start. Coming in from the west, we're going to see snow likely start. It's going to be a short period. You're going to have some snow start before on this next low pressure system. It looks to be a snow to mix to rain in that order. Okay, so what we may get is an inch to 3 inches potentially to start with, and maybe we're going to have then some sleet and mostly not really freezing rain, and then we'll go to an all rain as we head into the later afternoon periods before the thing moves out. So that's half the problem we see coming up, and then we get rain for the next storm, which actually may cause thunderstorms by that period, which is kind of an odd thing, but will then shift us back into another pattern change. So that's on the 9th of February. And then you see snow come in behind that cold front. Then the cold air sinks in. That's the setup, eventually possibly for another system that would be a rain to snow type of system that would cause a lot more in the way of snowfall for the area by the time you get into the middle of the month. So technically speaking, it's not, we're looking at a couple snow chances over the next few weeks. We're going to start here with temperatures, and then we're going to move into the potential snowfall here. You can see temperatures at night. We'll get into the lower 30s, rebound to the 40s and the 50s, and then 40s after we get past Friday. We get into the 20s with highs then into the 30s. See that problem? That's where the problem lies for it's going to probably likely start to snow because it's going to be Saturday night and the Sunday, where we're going to have the cold air in place to start with before this thing shifts. And then it warms up, which brings all rain to the area. So it's all about timing, really, when it comes down to everything else. And then we get into that really mild air. Like I said, we may be looking at some thunderstorms next Tuesday and Wednesday based on this kind of air. When we have temperatures in the 60s and the 70s, that could be a threat. You can see the cold air moving in from the west. So this could be a relatively interesting setup for a possible severe thunderstorm issue next week. And then look, the cold air just bombs its way in after that. So we go in and say, okay, that's GFS, so we can go snow accumulation. And here's our snow accumulation amounts. I'm going to come through Friday, Saturday night. Sunday, we may have, like I said, a half inch to an inch of snow. This is the GFS totals. We'll look at the NAM totals here. I think NAM's in for this. Helicity, like I said, I'll start looking towards storms next week, which definitely does show up here, coming in for next week. So we're looking at the 4K NAM precipitation type. You can see we get that snow move off Massachusetts, and then we head into later this week, maybe a few showers by Friday. Like I said, this will set us up for what we may see on Sunday. So we gotta be careful on that. And over the next few days, we'll definitely be able to sort out how much precipitation and what type a lot better. Like I said, now I believe it's going to be a snow to sleet to rain event. That's the current thinking. How much snow? Like I said, 1 to 3 would be a good shot, just based on how much moisture. But it's kind of early to say that. So based on that, that would just be an outside guess just on the beginning. Depends on how much snow we get. timing versus how much sleet versus how much rain and how that's all carved out. And that by Thursday-ish is when we can have really a little bit better of an idea how that will play out. And here's an interesting thing, and I'm going to tell you this. This is going to be interesting. This is Roanoke eventually. Okay, this is a Roanoke model, a sounding computer model here for next Wednesday and the Thursday, and we've discussed that possibility of severe weather. So hold on a minute, I'm going to shift this a little to the east, a little bit further over, and let me show you what the potential hazard type and what the hodiograph looks like. So what would it show? A possibility of weak tornado. Now, like I said, this could be most likely a quasi-linear convective system, maybe a discrete supercell. A lot of this shows in the LCL. That's really where we're having the real strong thing here. So this is potential that we have to look at. And that will continue over the next couple days looking at this. But that is something to look forward to next week when we get that warm air. We have to watch out for the potential of severe weather. And obviously, right now in the computer models, based on the helicity and what's showing up right now, this is a potential pattern here for the Roanoke area. So please stay with us. We'll keep you updated for next week after we get through this week. So that's what I said. It's still about a week off, but if this continues, this could be an issue in about a week, in a day. So stay with us here at liveweatherblogs.com, the Weather Pros, and we'll keep you updated. Meteorologist Dean Davison, thanks for watching.